Hi, today we'll look at how to solve the general form of a quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. Okay, and simply what we are looking for is a way to find the roots of this equation. So if we were told to solve this, what would we do? Now solving this, algebraically just means we want to make x the subject of the formula. So we want a case where we say x equals to something. Okay, it's a bit difficult to do if you look at it this way, but if you complete the square, then it becomes easy. Okay, so what we want to do is actually to complete the square on one side and then make x the subject of the formula. Okay, so in case you are given any quadratic equation and you are told to make x the subject of the formula, remember, complete the square and it will be easy to make x the subject of the formula. Okay, let's get cracking. First thing we want to do is to factor out a. Some textbooks will say that you divide through by a. Okay, we will eventually do that, but I like to start by saying let's factor out a. If we do that, we'll have a into x squared plus b over ax plus c over a equals to 0. Now to check that what I've done makes sense, just distribute back a, and I guarantee you that you will go back to the original equation. Now what you want to do next is to then complete the square of what we have in there. Okay, more accurately, you want to complete the square of these first two. Okay, so let's see how that works. We have a into, to complete the square, remember that what we need to do is to find half of the coefficient of x. Coefficient of x is b over a. We want to find half of that, and then we want to square it. If you don't know why that is, I have a video that explains completing the square. I'm linking it up right now. Please go check it out. It's very important. Okay, if I simplify this, I get b over 2a all squared, which is also equal to b squared over 4a squared. Okay, now I will just continue this by writing b over ax, and then to complete this square, just for this, I'm going to add b over 2a all squared. Now bear in mind that we didn't have this before, so to make this make sense, I have to take it out. It wasn't there before, so I have to subtract it. Okay, so that these two cancels these two, and it looks as though I haven't added anything. Okay, now if that is the case, then I'm back here, and then all I need to do is now add c over a. Okay, close the brackets, and then equate to 0. Okay, if we just make this a little bit better, we could pick x as one of the squares here, and then pick one of the squares here, which is b over 2a, okay, and square it. This trinomial here is essentially the same here. Okay, I know that because I know I've completed the square. If you want to verify that, just pick x plus b over 2a all squared, and then expand it, you will get this trinomial. Now, the next thing I want to do is to find a way to make this more compact. Okay, so I have got minus b squared over 4a squared, okay, plus c over a equals to 0. Now, these two terms here, if I find the lowest common multiple, I will have that to be 4a squared. And up here, I then have negative b squared, okay, plus 4ac. All right, and don't forget that I already have x plus b over 2a here, all squared, okay, plus that fraction, and then I've got an a outside equals to 0. Okay, remember that this negative is for this fraction. All right, that's why I've brought in another addition right there. Next thing we want to do is to then divide both sides by a. If I do that, I'm going to have x plus b over 2a all squared, okay, plus minus b squared plus 4ac over 4a squared equals to 0. This I want to subtract from both sides. Okay, if I do that, I would have x plus b over 2a all squared to be equal to b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared. The next thing we want to do is to take the square root of both sides. Alright, if I do that, I then have x plus b over 2a equals plus or minus root of b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared. Now, for the right hand side here, I could split the square roots so that I have b squared minus 4ac. Okay, that's a rule of thirds. And then I have root of 4a squared. Okay, and then this is x plus b over 2a, which means x will be equal to negative b over 2a plus or minus root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a minus b plus or minus root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And this is the quadratic formula.